The len function, when applied to a sequence like a string or a list, gives the number of items in that sequence. So for example, here we have a string banana that's assigned to the variable fruit. And when we get the len of fruit, if we run our code, then we're going to get 6 as the len of fruit, and that's because this string has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. So if we change our string to be XYZ, then len of fruit would instead be 3. So let's change fruit back. And again, when we're doing indexing, we might want to do something where we get the last item of a sequence. So we might be tempted to get the last character in fruit by saying something like SC. So the last index, we might want to assign it to be len of fruit. And then if we want to get the last item, we can say last equals fruit sub SZ. And we might want to print out last, thinking that we're going to get A as the last character. But if I actually run this code, then I get an index error saying that the string index is out of range on line 3. And what this is saying is that when we ran this line of code, then we tried to get an item from our string that was outside of its range. Well, why did that happen? Well, remember that len of fruit is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So SZ gets the value 6 because there are 6 characters. But you should also remember that we're 0 indexing. So what that means is that the first character is index 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so because we're 0 indexed, the last character is actually at index 5 and not the length of our string, which is 6. So in order to actually get the last character, what we should do is we should say last equals fruit sub SZ minus 1. So now SZ is the size of our string, or the number of characters, which in this case is going to be 6. And then SZ minus 1 is going to be the last index, or in this case 5, which is what we want if we're 0 indexed. And if we do this, then we can see that the last character is A. Now typically if we were actually writing this in code, we wouldn't create a separate variable to keep track of the size. We would probably say something like last equals fruit sub len of fruit minus 1. Or even better, we would use negative indexing in this specific case. Now let's suppose that instead of getting the last character, we wanted to get the middle character of a string. So let's assign fruit to be something else like grape. And let's suppose that we wanted to know what the middle character of this fruit was. So in this case, it would be A, because A is right in the middle. If we wanted to do something like that, what we could do is, here we would want mid char. What we could do is we could get len of fruit, and you might be tempted to divide len of fruit by 2, but the problem with this is that it would give us a float, which is not appropriate for indexing. Instead, we can use truncated division to say len of fruit and then cut off the remainder when it divides by 2, and this gives us an integer. So it takes the len of fruit, divides by 2, and you can think of it as cutting off whatever comes after the decimal point here. So if we do this here, then we get that the middle character of our fruit is A. The len function also works on lists in addition to strings. So for example, here we have a list named A list, and this list has 3 items. The first item just so happens to be a string, but that's still one item. And then the second item is a float, and the third item is an integer. Now, when we print out len of A list, and let me comment out line 3 here. One important thing to note when we print out len of a list is that we're printing out the length of the top level list. So in other words, it doesn't matter how many characters are in this string. This string is just one item in a list. So no matter how many characters are in that first string, the len of a list is going to be 3. If we wanted to get the length of this string rather than the length of the surrounding list, then we could print out something like len of a list sub 0, because the value of this expression, a list sub 0, is going to be whatever the first item in a list is. So in this case, it's going to be this string. So when we print out len of a list sub 0, then we're going to get the length of the string, which in this case is going to be 5, or if I added more O's, it's going to be longer. Let's do some multiple choice questions. First, what is printed by the following statements? So here we assign S to be the string Python rocks, and we print out this expression len of S. So when we run this code, the value of this expression is going to be the number of characters in S. So in this case, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would expect the correct answer to be B, 12. Next question, what is printed by the following statements? So here we assign a list to be this list, and we print out the len of a list. So in other words, how many items are in a list? So again, we can count. You can say 1, 2, 3. Again, this string is just one item. 4, 5. And so we expect the correct answer to be 5. That's all for now. Until next time.